Welcome to my new YouTube channel. My name's Tom Ochoa. That's me right there. Some of you may know me from the Foscast, the Ben Foster podcast. I'm Ben's co-host, business partner, and we've been mates since way back in the day. So welcome to the channel. Let's get started. So we are utterly obsessed with Zwift at the moment, hence the creation of this channel. So I'm going to be documenting some bike riding, some Zwift riding. I love coffee as well, so I might chuck a little bit of coffee content and just see how we get on with it all. This is stage 1 of the Zwift games. So this is, what route is this? Kay's Kicker on Macquarie Island, 16.9 kilometers long, 134 meters of elevation. I'm currently riding Cat C stroke D. I just got promoted from D to C. But this is a tricky one. So there's 119 people in this race. When there's that many people in a race, usually it's a bit more competitive. So I had the option of riding C or D. I've jumped in D on stage 1 to see how I get on. Obviously a very, very fast start, pumping out the watts, 296 odd watts after a minute or two. But we're off to a good start. We're in the main group. And the idea behind this one is survive the early climb. And I should be all right. I should be mixing it in the group towards the sharp end of the race. So let's see how we get on. We're just going to fast forward it a little bit here. The idea with this climb, as I said, it gets to about 5 or 6%. So with this climb, the idea is that I just sit in the wheels and try and hang on up this climb. 5 or 6% for a heavier rider, that you're getting into the territory of getting into trouble there. So behind the, or sorry, should I say below the ramp in the middle of the screen, I'll put an arrow on the screen now, there's a little blue bar. If you don't know if you can see that, you might already know this, but the wider the bar, you see it shrinking now, is the more draft that you've got on Zwift. So at this level, at 4 or 5%, I'm still getting a really good draft. So I don't want to be too far near the front like I am now. I just want to hang back a little bit and just get the benefit of hanging in the wheels. As you can see now, that blue bar's a lot bigger. I didn't know this until Fozzie told me this very, very recently. And it's a bit of a game changer in terms of how you race. Right, so I am pleased to report I survived the climb. I had to throw a bit of power down, the old watt bombs, but managed to stay at the front, intact. There's 2 or 3 off the front, but nothing to be too worried about. My last FTP was about 4 weeks ago. I did a ramp test, and it was 286. But I've been doing quite a bit since then, so I'm due to do another one. But I reckon I'm a little bit closer to 300, probably about the 300 mark, but maybe I'll do a ramp test soon and put that on and see how we get on. And then you'll see some really ugly pain faces. I've been doing a fair amount of riding lately, a lot of it indoors due to the weather, as I say. But I'm going fairly well, and we're actually going out to Calpe and Denia with Cure Leukemia in a couple of weeks to do a bit of riding out there. So we'll get up the Col de Rates, which is always good fun, beautiful climb. And then a few days later, we've very kindly been invited to Mallorca with Zwift. So we're going to their Zwift Community Live event, which I think is March 20th or 21st. So I've watched a few videos from previous years, and I think the gist is you go out to Mallorca, you ride your bike with some nice people, you drink a load of coffee, you have a couple of beers, and hopefully enjoy the sunshine. Been out a couple of times in March and April time to Mallorca, and it can be a bit hit and miss. The weather can be a bit wet and you can end up wearing longs, but then at the same point, if you do get lucky, it can be really warm and you've got the old suntan lotion on as well. So fingers crossed it's the latter. So we are down to 4.3 kilometers now in the race, and we're going down a slight downhill. We're at 4 or 5% downhill, and it's really important when you're doing these races that you just try and recover a little bit. Obviously, what goes up does come down, and when you're a bit heavier, this is where you try and conserve a bit of energy. So where I can, I'm trying to stay under 200 watts. We've got a little ramp, if you can see in the top right-hand corner, a little ramp towards the end, and I'm trying to save as much energy as I can for then. And hopefully, if I'm in the main group, I'll be contesting it at the sharp end of this one. You may have seen there's been a little bit of whinging on the right-hand side by all the names where other riders are asking the group to ride for them and take their turn on the front. I don't really get that, especially in a race like this. If it's a chase race and you're working together, I understand it, but come on, might be a bit much. So you can see now with 1.8k, the group is just starting to split on this final climb. I'm at 460 watts, well over 400 watts there. And it's just getting a bit spicy. 4%, 5%, 450 watts, nearly 500 watts there. And I'm just falling off the back as we're approaching the top of the climb. It's not looking good. On 15th, 13th, it's not looking good, but let's see what happens. We've got a little downhill towards the end, so I might be able to claw a little bit back then. So let's see what we're saying. Right, we're supercharging to the finish now. Really, really good ride. It's a good workout either way. I am currently 12th. We have got 300 metres to go. We're about 10 or 12 seconds back. We couldn't quite hold on to the front group, but as we're fast approaching the end, 200 metres to go, we pump up a little bit of power. We're up to about 350, but there ain't much left in the legs. I cannot lie. We're having a little bit of a dig here. Here we go. We're out the saddle. We're up to 470, 480, but it's not enough. A sprint should be closer to 1,000 watts for me. But we've worked really hard. We finished 16th, 12 seconds back, 271 watts average, which is good. Happy about that. Look at me. I am absolutely broken. What an absolute mess of a man. Absolute mess of a man. Hope you enjoyed watching it. Hopefully, you'll watch the next one. Thanks very much.